Today on the show, we're going to be jumping into one of Rockstar's hardest missions in Red Dead Online. And they made it even better this month because, of course, all telegrams, including the new hired loyalty bodyguard telegram missions, even though those aren't good, all of the telegram missions, including those, are double gold, double money, and double XP throughout the entire Halloween event and update here in Red Dead Online for October 2024. So we're going to jump into what I think is one of the hardest telegram missions available. It's probably a tie between this one and another one I'll talk about, either Hostage to Fortune or the Bell Tolls, just because of the fact that you gotta save hostages, and on the other mission there's Maxim guns that will insta-kill you if you're not careful and you don't keep your distance. Both of them are a real challenge, but we're gonna jump into one of my favorites today. Check it out. I'll show you guys how to complete it with absolute ease, and hopefully you guys enjoy. The mission we're doing today is Hostage to Fortune, and this released with the Rough Justice Telegram mission bundle from last year in August of 2023. This one specifically is very tough because there's a bunch of hostages you need to save, so we're going to talk about that as we go through this in live gameplay format and hopefully get to save everyone. Here we are. The mission begins. What we're going to use today is I'm just going to use my trusty old Lancaster repeater, 2 Navy revolvers, and then we'll use the semi-auto shotgun. Honestly, I've been kind of obsessed with this one recently. It's treated me really well. I'm also going to set a 12-minute timer because we might as well see what the 12-minute time optimal payout is for a telegram mission like this. We're taking our potent health cure, we're taking our minty big game, and real quick I want to show you guys on the map, once we get a little bit closer and the hostage locations show up, the way that I have come accustomed to basically approaching this mission, because this is the strategy that works for me. Love to know in the comments what works for you guys. So there's a hostage that's going to be right here that we got to save. Then over here, then there's one sometimes up by the church and one back at the barn. All 4 of those have witnesses that'll run to these different areas, and if you don't kill them in time, they'll alert the executioner for one of those other hostages in a different location. They'll kill them, and of course, you don't want that. You don't want the hostages to die. Not that it has really a major effect on the payout, but of course, for the sake of this, I want to try and basically save them all. And I just did it on stream the other day, finally, for my first time. I've only played through this mission maybe 5 or 6 times anyway, but finally I was able to save them just because I didn't get one of these annoying witnesses up here, because sometimes they spawn way out of your field of view. All right, so let's just send it in. Keep an eye out for our first hostage, who's going to be up here on the left. Gonna headshot the guy who can execute him, and then you just want to start focusing on all the additional enemies that are just located around this area. Keep an eye out on the mini-map because you're gonna get some type of witness. Sometimes you don't get any, sometimes you get 1 or 2. So just make sure that you are keeping a close eye on the mini-map so that it doesn't happen. Of course, I'm gonna get thrown off my horse, dude. Like, the timing of this, sometimes, just like the crap that happens with me when I play some of these missions, bro. Like, dude, just get over the fence, please. Okay, let's take this guy out. Now let's head to location number 2. I like to go on this exact route, so if you just want to copy me, I would recommend this. I haven't really tried another strategy, but this does work. Next, you can see the next executioner who's all the way up here, so I'm gonna make sure that he's dead, because sometimes, you know, if you're not super careful, you may actually end up only getting a hit marker, and if you do, he'll get back up and end up shooting the person. I keep running into this problem with my horses where they keep wanting to twerk, and like, the horse wants to go into that sliding animation, but of course it's not sliding, so you need to get off the horse and get back on. This has been happening to me multiple times in a row when I do this mission. It happens in the normal free roam sometimes as well, but it's been happening so much recently, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. This hostage should be getting up. Why is she taking cover? Like, run away. Oh, it's because this guy's still alive. I was about to say, wait, what are you doing, lady? Okay, so take them out. Take you out. Now she should be good to go. So now what we want to do is check the church, because this is going to be one of the next ones where you can once again have one of the hostages executed. When I completed this the other day on stream, I didn't have the one at the church, but it looks like he's appearing this time. We want to make sure. He's running. He's running. Take this. All right. Let's focus this guy at the barn, because this is another hostage that will get executed if you're not fast enough. So headshot him, and there you go. That should cover our bases. Now we have all the potential hostages that can get executed by people. We don't necessarily have to worry about everyone else, thankfully, because they're just tied up, and so you could take your time going through the rest of the mission. With that being said, if you can take out the 2 guys at the 2 barns, and now this guy at the pig pen and the one at the church, if you're able to save all 4 of those hostages, you've completed the hardest part of the mission. That is absolutely the hardest part, just because of the fact that the witnesses, you know, they'll spawn out of your FOV, they'll do some weird stuff like that. So you just want to make sure that you take care of those first. I wouldn't focus on anyone else. Those are 100% the most important enemies, or the most important hostages that you need to focus on to complete this mission with utmost success. So the next one we're gonna go for, and these you can kind of do out of order. We can go for this guy in this smaller Valentine saloon, so we're gonna free him. Good to go with that. Of course, take more gunfights outside. There's gonna be a bunch of enemies. Make sure to always tonic up, things like that, so you don't end up dying. Like I said when I was talking about the shotgun I'm using, it's funny, usually I don't use the semi-auto shotgun during some of these missions, but I've been really enjoying it on Ruthless Difficulty Telegram mission content recently. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because of the fact there's so many enemies that spawn on these telegrams. I like having the ability to fire off more shells, and this is definitely the way to do it with the semi-auto shotgun, even though I would argue the pump action as well as the repeating shotgun are going to be more effective overall. I've been greatly enjoying the semi-auto, like I said. So next one we're going to go for here. Let me actually check the gunsmith, because sometimes we do have a target in here. They tend to switch locations sometimes, and it looks like today we don't have a target in here, so that's all good. The next one we're going to go for, we want to check the Valentine Sheriff's Office. Sometimes the guy's in this jail cell. Does not appear one's in here today. Very, very interesting. Next, we'll go to the doctor, check the back room. We could see that one's on the map right here, but as always, there's enemies that spawn inside. It's usually only one that's guarding each hostage indoors, and that will leave 4 hostages left. And the only remaining locations actually are the bank, the hotel, the saloon, and the general store. So let's go on the right side of town. Let's go into the saloon. Sometimes they're up the stairs above me and behind. Other times they're in this back room, which it would appear this hostage is. But as always, make sure to clear out all the enemies in here. Oh, you're not dead? Okay, okay. Bam! Wow, I can't believe I missed that one. That was actually kind of crazy. Sweet. So we will free this poor lady who's been tied up here. Let's loot this body. Why not? I'll take some extra money and maybe the chance of getting collectibles. I should have looted all the extra bodies from all the other enemies that I've killed out here, but it's okay. I'm just trying to give you guys a tutorial of this mission and how I do find it to be one of the harder telegrams. I would say a lot of the rough justice missions are like not trials and tribulation. That one's really fun. It's a challenge, but it's not like the hardest mission. It's just fun, a lot of gunfights. The other one, the bell tolls, that's one you gotta watch out for too, because of the Maxim guns that will like insta melt you, and I find that one to be a challenge as well. So let's look for the next one, who's gonna be upstairs in the hotel. I keep running downstairs to kill that enemy, but I think this hostage only spawns up here. There's of course gonna be another enemy upstairs guarding him, but I've only seen this enemy so far, or this hostage, excuse me, spawn upstairs. So when you're going to the hotel, make sure you check upstairs for that guy, and that just leaves one more in the Valentine Bank, you know, from that mission in the story mode where you rob it. So let's go through, kill these extra guys. I mean, there's only a few more, and then this front door of the bank is locked. You can shoot the enemies through the windows, clearly, but we need to enter through the back door because the actual front door to this place is locked. Make sure we kill that guy. Make sure there's no one else here. I think, is there one more inside? It looks like it's just this guy. Yeah, because we already killed him. So we will free him, and boom. There we go. I think that is it. We've saved... Yeah, you have saved all the hostages, maxing out your reward. So this is the second time. I'd say now that I've been able to do this strategy twice in a row, I think this is tried and true. So we want to go, just to recap, we want to go first to here, free this hostage, then go over here, then focus on the church if they do spawn there. The first time I did it, this guy didn't spawn for some reason. And then go over here to the sheep and the pig pen here and just do a nice clockwise loop to free those hostages first, then focus on all the ones in the interior of the town. And with that being said, you're pretty much good to go. Now all you need to do is leave the area. When you get on your horse, more enemies are gonna spawn and shoot you, so be careful. What I'm gonna do here is tonic up, take that potent health cure, not get on that horse that I was just about to. Get on this horse. I need to feed my Norfolk Roadster, so I might as well. Oh man, do you see that? Wow, look at that. I need a lot of carrots. So now with this mission, you also have to kind of run pretty far to get out of Valentine, so I'm just gonna do that right now. We should get the 12-minute payout on this at this point, or a little bit more. So let's just go through Okay, kill these guys. Like I said, there's going to be a bunch of enemies following you. So what I would recommend is not focus too much on trying to take these guys out. I'm just going to do it because I like fighting the enemies, but you're going to have a lot of these guys chasing you. So if you are going to turn back around and fight them and things like that, make sure you're tonicked up. Make sure your horse doesn't die either. I have problems with Norfolk Roadsters dying on me all the time. That's just this kind of horse. It likes to die a lot. It's a great horse. But the Norfolk Roadsters, even the max level roll unlock ones, are pretty weak in my opinion. So that was the first wave of enemies. We might as well just book it out of town. Take him out as well. That guy's a little bit too far for us to shoot. But this guy, he's like in the woods right here. Where are you, sir? There you are. Oh my god, he's hiding behind the tree and I can't see him. Look at all these guys. Lots of enemies, and I missed so many headshots on him with Painted Black. That was crazy. I shot a dead guy over and over and over. But now at this point, once you're this far out of town, because you can see we're running past the Downs Ranch. Like, we got to run so far out of town. I don't know why they make you run this far. But at this point, we should be very close to the end of the mission here. And there we go. The mission's over. We spent over 12 minutes on it. Let's get back into free roam and see that golden money payout. I hope it'll show up on screen. I'm not sure. The gold will, but I'm not sure about the cash. Back in the free roam. Oh, our moonshine production's complete. They're not going to give us the payout, are they? Unfortunate right there. But with double money and double gold, and if you save all the hostages for the max cash reward, you should be getting 64 gold nuggets for 12 minutes on that mission, as well as probably about $80, I would say. $70 to $80 around that point for double money. So not too bad for it being a very challenging telegram. I mean, it's fun. And now that I'm kind of getting this strategy down, I'm definitely going to farm this more before the double event, or the double money and the double gold event ends on these telegram missions here in this game. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little live gameplay and, you know, little casual tutorial on a Monday here. Figured I'd just come out with this video because I am busy this weekend, or I have been. I'm recording this actually on October the 16th, but you guys are probably watching this on October the 21st. So I'm coming out with this, or I'm making this video a long time in advance because I'm going to be busy this upcoming weekend. My dad's flying into town for F1 weekend, so definitely going to enjoy that with him, but I need to plan some content in advance. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.